Talking everything fashion, and we're always looking a season ahead, to find next it item or trend. And if you're like us, you've been paying close attention to what's been popular on the streets and runways this past fashion month. That's what gives us a good indication of what to expect in 2018. Now, these are the defining looks that will shape the shelves next season, from the short suiting to bold, shimmering fabrics. We're joined by fashion designer Ephraim Molingoana for more details on the future of fashion. Mr. Ephraim, welcome to the show, and good morning.
Thank you.
All right, now, what will be the biggest fashion trend and predictions for the year 2018?
Well, I always say fashion, it evolves at all times. So in this year, we're looking more predictable into different various ages of stage of eras, in terms of fabrics, in terms of colors. We're looking at the new fabrics. We're looking at the likes of intelligent fabrics, momentum, vitality, vivid, and library fabrics. So those fabrics is the new fusing of old and the new fabrics. We're talking about the new yarns. We're talking about the new fresh yarns that you don't get everywhere. You know what I mean? We mixed in the fabrics, the old fabrics and the new fabrics. By so saying, I'm talking about like synthetic fabrics and the natural fabrics getting together. And we're moving we've seen the trends going back to the 70s, going back to the 80s and 90s. Yeah. And the notice, we're talking about the old baggy clothes, you know what I mean? I don't know, I want to go back there though. It's all the youngsters that hang around Maboning and all that, can see they're all trendy, they're all vibe. And the new looks again that we're looking at is colors that are, we used to call it color blocking. It has never went out of style. It has been there, but vividly, and it's resurging and coming back again. We're looking at the styles, things like rubberized fabrics. We're looking at the ruching, asymmetrical cards. They're coming back. All this is just basically a rotation of fashion, just like food. Fashion is more like a revival of what we had in a wardrobe. It's basically changing everything back to the basics, back to where it comes from. Like I said, the 50s, the 80s, 70s, it's all different eras of time. They're coming back all together now and clustered all in. Yeah. And then the other thing that we need to be checking again is things like black and white polka dots, X-scale sunglasses, denims. We've seen denims back again, denim on denim. Who thought that we'll wear denim on denim again? You know what I mean? Like denim tops and denim pants. They're all huge again this season. And then we're seeing the fringe for women. And the other thing that I would like to elaborate more is about the colors and the fabrics again, because of climate changes, the fabrics that we need to wear, we have to use more natural fibers than your synthetic fibers. Hence, we're mixing all fibers now. Because of it can be so extremely hot. We're experiencing a lot of heat at the moment. Now we need to change the way we dress. We can't be wearing lycras, we can't be wearing overcoats all the time. So we need to change our wardrobes.
Now, Ephraim, just looking at your outfit, it makes such a statement. I mean, it's bold, it's bright, and it makes such a vivid statement. So let's talk about men's fashion.
Yes.
What should we look into when shopping?
For menswear, we're looking at more like relaxed clothing, relaxed jackets. We used to do a lot of cut-in silhouettes, very detailed to your body. But we see, because like I said, things like climate changes and all that, we've seen a lot of loosening up because we're traveling a lot, we're going out a lot. So we need to be relaxed more than being tied up. We see a lot of palm trees shirts coming back in fashion. You know, like your Miami Vice look. Those who were born in the 80s, they'll know what I'm talking about. We grew up in the 80s. We're looking at fabric that are loosening up. Your linens, your parkas, jackets, your sporty look. Actually, the look for all round now is a sports luxe. More than terms, we see the youngsters who go to work looking more sportier than just looking like the office work. You know what I mean? That's a kind of look and feel. Yes, the classic look is still there. The basic classic look, your shirts, your jackets, your pocket square, they're still there, but they're on minimum as we talk.
Okay, let's talk about color. Which colors are a must and are not seasonal?
The color that we must, white again, gosh, Lord. Yeah. White is still very strong.
It's timeless.
It's very timeless. The indigo blues, the shades of pink, unfortunately, they're still there for men and women. And then your vibrant colors, which your red and pinks again, your yellows, your mustard, and the polka dots, the black and whites, they're very strong as well for this season.
How do I get, the right clothes to complement my body and skin tone?
What you have to do is look at yourself. Don't look at, if you're a woman, don't look at Bonang and compare yourself to Bonang. always think that you're individual. If you're a guy, always look at
and I'm unique.
Yeah, and you always
Yeah.
look at yourself and say, I'm not that actor, but I'm a household man. So I got to look individual and look. So I think people should tend to look individual more than just being in a clutter and in a cluster. So
But is there such a thing as a dress for your body?
big time.
Is it?
Because you cannot wear something that is very tight and making you very uncomfortable. Whereas when you look at yourself and you feel very uncomfortable just because of because of fashion statement, you want to look that you can't.
All right. Ephraim, great chatting to you this morning.
No,
Thank you
very
so much for fashion
All
tips.
right.
Well, times are changing and the fashion world, of course, keeps on evolving. So are the people in getting their style in the right direction. Many thanks to fashion designer Ephraim Molingoana sharing more on what trends to expect in 2018.